Alright, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, we're going to be doing a little CDL Reddit read, a COD competitive Reddit read, just see what the community's been saying and giving my thoughts on some hot topics. Starting off with Abezy. What's next for Abezy, man? So people are saying Gentlemates, potentially the Falcons. For me personally, I think Thieves should keep him and build around him. I'm actually really interested in this whole Abezy situation because I don't know where the hates come from, man. Abezy's great, man. He's a phenomenal. He's an S-tier player, man. He's even better in MW games. His Black Ops 6 and 7 maybe weren't his best years, but this man is unbelievable, man. He's in the S-tier caliber of SMGs, and it's almost very interesting that people have forgot about him. Like, I don't know, man. I feel like the Abezy hate is very interesting to me. So where could he go? I think that under the Hydra Simp Shotzi conversations, he is there, man. He's up there, bro. He's literally S-tier, my A+ S-tier. Like, he is a key part to a roster. I think he'll stay on Thieves most likely, but if I was just thinking about the conversation without thinking of contracts, where could he go? What's the best option? I feel like for him, like, if Falcons were to come in for like him, Celium, a Luca, let's say Exit wasn't on the team, that's an interesting one. From Gentlemates, I think him and Joe is a very likely option just because I know they're very good friends in real life. I've always, like, people always talk about that in the COD scene. I think that'll be a phenomenal SMG duo as well. Or he goes Thieves and he just stays there and they build around him, man. They build around him. That's also an interesting one. I think that Ghosty and Envoy returning to Thieves with him is a great choice because I feel like they're all A+ players that have been in scenarios where they've kind of been the scapegoat, and I just feel like it'd be refreshing to be in a team where you're not the scapegoat, you know, you're in a great roster. So I think for Abezy, you stay at Thieves, you talk to Nadeshot, and like, let's just say, again, this hypothetical, who does he want to play with? I'm looking at Ghosty and Envoy, man. Ghosty, Envoy, Abezy, phenomenal roster, great fundamentals, great teamwork, great players, and I think they can make it work, and I think they could be a top 4 team going into the year for sure. Then we go to the next one, Draza MW4. If this team happens, what can you do? But I hope Draza has dropped leaves. May seem crazy, but the team of 3 plus a Luca is so much less scarier. Oh, I think he's saying this from a perspective of maybe a fan, like a rival fan. But listen, if I'm Faze, Draza's my #1 choice for that flex role. I think playstyle-wise, he fits perfectly. The only thing that I think could be considered is potentially if him and Scrap maybe don't want to team together because of past drama. Like, I could see that being a thing. But in terms of in-game, in terms of playstyles and stuff like that, like, that guy's a grinder. He's always playing the game. Great mentality. He's a winner. He turns up in the biggest tournaments of the year where Scrap and Hydra have lacked in the last 2 years. I think that's a perfect fall for that team, man. He's already been there. He's been there for years. They won 2 champs together. I think Draza's unbelievable, and he should be on that roster. The 3 highest rated players in the last MW games. I mean, the fact that they could team together is very interesting, very scary. There's only so many kills on the maps, but these 3 will take most of them. Let me tell you that. They're an unbelievable trio if that forms. Very scary on paper, very scary. I'm interested to see what happens with that one because they're it's going to be very interesting, man. To see Simp with these 2, ooh, that'll be something. Does Optic get better? Really interesting here because I don't understand this. Like, it's just, look, it's a fun conversation. If they didn't get Hydra, they're not going for 04. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. So they're not dropping Hook just to play the game. Does Optic get better? I kind of see what he's saying where 04 turns up in finals, where Hook may be lower down in finals, but I don't think it's as easy to kind of pick and pull those kind of things, right? I don't think it will be, oh, 04 will play the exact same in this roster. Like, his flow state will be incredible, right? But I don't know, man. You lose a lot with Hook, and I think the whole point of not getting Hydra, just, I don't really entertain this. In this hypothetical, if Hook, let's say, wasn't playing for a year, they got 04. How would that roster play? I think they'll be really good. I think 04's inconsistencies is up there, though, right? And I don't know if he's got the same level of comms as Hook. So I don't know if the roster would perform like that, get to every final. I really don't. But could he have that takeover in the final? I think he has a higher chance than Hook, yeah, for sure. I think he has a great takeover, and that could win them an event, for sure. Call of Duty peaked as the 12th highest game at EWC. Just wanted to kind of mention this one because 12 and 13 are Call of Duty. Really interesting here because they have 2 games where everything else has 1, you know. Just interesting because I do think that no matter what happens with the actual scene, EWC do such a great job of hosting the event. And I would love to see Call of Duty get more recognition and kind of get up there with the games like League of Legends, Counter-Strike, stuff like that. But yeah, I think that I do like EWC a lot. I think it's been really good for competitive. It comes at the end of the year. And I think as year goes on, I think it's starting to get more recognition. And it's not as close as to champs, but it's closer to champs than it is a major. And I am a big fan of EWC in the format. So yeah, great for the scene. And shout out to EWC for coming in out of nowhere and just really adding a spark to the summer for competitive games. I just want to give them credit. They've done a fantastic job of hosting. The new potential Faze roster, we did a full video on it if you guys want to check out my full thoughts and everything, but just a quick summary. I think that Draws and Simp have a winning formula. They've been teammates for years now. They've got it done, and they turn up champs EWC. They won EWC MW3. They won champs last year. They won... What other champs did they win together? That was their first champs together, right? Yeah, because he won rings separately. Yeah, so they won champs last year. This year, sorry, they won EWC MW3. They won 2 out of 6 of the biggest tournaments of the year. Hydra and Scrap, and then they obviously won majors as well throughout the years. But Hydra and Scrap, man, they are regular season reapers, bro. They take over. They get like they got 2 chips this year, 2 chips last year, or 1 chip this year, 2 chips last year. And I just feel like this team, the way I looked at this in a quick summary is roles-wise is perfect. The slaying is there. They have the arrogance and confidence that takes them to wherever they want to be. They'll be delusional in a great way. All positive features for a team. Their confidence will be there. The AR duo is so scary. The confidence of that AR will be insane. And don't even get me started on the SMG duo. They're going to be feeling delusional on the map. Great team. All 3 game modes. They have strengths in every single area. And I think one of the most important things in terms of just team chemistry is like Simp and Draza have won together in the regular season. They turn up in the biggest events of the year. Scrap and Hydra have been MVP throughout the year, and they kind of, you know, I don't know what happens at the end of the year. Something's kind of fallen off last 2 years, but now they have Draza, who actually peaks at the end of the year. I feel like it could almost create the perfect environment for them to win champs and EWC. Like, they have that talent on the roster, so I think it's an S tier roster. Phenomenal work. This is an interesting one, man. Listen, I don't understand this. Optic not changing causes. I see a lot of people talking about this, like, oh, if you're Optic, just to deny this team, you know? Just to deny this team, you got to get Hydra. I'm like, I don't think a roster should work like that, man. If you're a winning roster, you got good team chemistry, good vibes, you're winning stuff, you made every final, you learned from it, you won the last event of the year, you know, as a team, you're getting better, you've learned from it, you went through the lows of the competing, the highs of competing, you won champs together. Like, this team is godlike. They need to figure it out in the finals, which they won 2 events out of 6. Not great ratio, but to get to 6 grand finals, they have a winning formula. And when you have a winning formula, sometimes you don't need to change it. Sometimes you need to just keep consistent, keep going. They're going to another year where they have the same fundamentals. They know how each other play. They have another year together. And sometimes chemistry can overshadow talent. And they have the talent as well. So I just think people are looking at players like individuals rather than a team. And this team just works. You can't tell me this team doesn't work. Did they have their problems in the finals? Absolutely. Should they address that? Should they work on it? Absolutely. What do you think they're doing? You think they haven't been working on the finals? You think they're not frustrated with what's happening? Of course they are. This team, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Same thing here. Like, people are tweaking, in my opinion, man. You don't change. I think any winning player knows you don't change that winning team. You don't. I was interested in it. I was interested for sure what's going on with it, but I don't think they need to change it. Season card Simp. Oh my God, this guy, man. Online, incredible. Online, his floor is just insane. And I think he is such a staple and such a consistent player that, yeah, if that Faze team does join together, it's going to be scary for sure, man. But yeah, what a year he had. The really interesting thing, the really tippable thing about this year for me is, like, he had this year with a brand new roster of 2 players coming from Vancouver Surge, young talent. They had a good year, but could they repeat it? And he won champs with them and an event. And I just think he's such a good player. He just makes a team tick. He gets his numbers and he just does his thing, man. And with Scrap and Hydra, I'm very interested to see how that team plays out. It'll be very, very exciting if it takes place. Scrap, I do think MVP Scrap was deserved. I just think Champs let him down badly, man. That's going to haunt him. So I feel like for Scrap, doesn't matter what he does in the regular season. It doesn't. It's all going to come down to Champs, just because he has been the best player in the regular season for years now. He's been unbelievable. He needs that ring. He's too good to not get that ring. We need to see what happens with Scrap. And unfortunately, he's in that situation where he will get judged purely on champs in EWC now. And it's almost like he's almost expected to be a 99 rated throughout the season. It's all going to come down to champs. That's what I think the next year has for him. Then we go to Shotzi. And what I find interesting about Shotzi's card is a little bit lower, but Shotzi's value is completely different. his value isn't necessarily just the kills he makes. His value is in the plays he makes. He's a very unique player in that, where his value is almost nerfing the other team rather than getting the kills to, you know, affect his team. He does a bit of both, but his value on the map, the way he plays, the routes he plays, the timings, the risks he takes, he's such an incredible player. And I think, unfortunately, for the casual that sees the statistics, they're always going to value other players over him. But I think if you really watch, really see what he's won, what he's done, his value to the team, he is an incredible player. And yeah, I think he is so good. Then we go to this last point just to end the little Reddit read. Florida Mutineers potentially returning. This one kind of hurts, man. This one's really sad to see, because I really like Miami Heretics and what they stood for, a Spanish and EU representation of the brand. And they went to the finals, man. I think they did a great job. A little bit of an underwhelming year, but they got to EWC finals. It kind of hurts, man. It kind of sucks to see potentially that they're going through offering minimum salaries. And, you know, it's kind of a Cloud9 situation, which honestly just, it kind of really hurts, man. As a fan of the CDL, I know there's a big business side to it, which I'm not, you know, educated in. So I'm not going to be arrogant and talk about that, which I don't know. But it does hurt, man. It hurts to see potentially another team going to the bare bones of, you know, just not fielding a competitive roster. I think it just hurts the league overall. So this one's not great. Hope you guys enjoyed the Reddit read. Let me know if you guys like these, man. We'll try to do every few days, catch up with the Reddit theme, see what's going on. If you enjoyed, let me know down below. Drop a subscription, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.